So you're running an online store, right? And you probably feel like you're losing money, but you can't quite put your finger on where it's going. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It's not some huge, obvious flood. It's a bunch of small, hidden leaks, just draining your revenue day in and day out. Today, we're going to go find every single one of those leaks in your WooCommerce store, and I'll show you exactly how to plug them up for good, turning that leaky bucket into a real conversion machine. So let me just ask you, straight up, is your online store leaking money? I know, it's a tough question to answer, but if you're like pretty much every other store owner out there, the answer is almost certainly yes, even if you can't see the drips yourself. I want you to think about your store like this. It's a leaky bucket. You spend all this time, effort, and money pouring traffic into the top, getting people to your site. But then, all along the way, potential revenue is just trickling out through these tiny little cracks in the customer's journey. Well, today we're grabbing the tools, finding those cracks, and sealing them tight. Okay, so where's the absolute biggest leak? It's right here. 75%. Do you know what that is? That is the average cart abandonment rate. Just let that sink in for a second. For every 4 people who are interested enough to put your product in their cart, 3 of them just leave. That is a massive, massive amount of lost revenue that we can start getting back right now. All right, so our repair job is going to start at the very, very beginning of the customer journey. This is our first and honestly our best chance to stop the leaks before they even start. And it all happens on the sales page. These 4 things seem so basic, right? But it's amazing how many stores just get them wrong. First up, your unique selling proposition. Why should they buy from you and not the 10 other guys? Then, and this is huge, you got to sell the benefit, not the feature. Don't sell a face mask, sell glowing skin. See the difference? Next, build trust with social proof, reviews, ratings, testimonials. And finally, you give them a super clear, can't miss it call to action. Tell them exactly what to do next. Okay, so they loved the sales page. It worked. They clicked add to cart. But now we've hit the final hurdle. And believe me, it's a big one. This is where most of that 75% we just talked about simply vanishes. We're talking about the dreaded checkout page. And just look at why people are leaving. Nearly half of them get ambushed by surprise costs like shipping and taxes. A full quarter gets so annoyed that they're forced to create an account, they just bail. And another chunk just gives up because the whole thing is too confusing. These aren't little drips anymore. These are the gaping holes in the bucket. So what's the fix? Simple. You make checkout ridiculously easy. You let them check out as a guest. You simplify your forms. Use stuff like address autofill. You show every single cost right up front. No surprises. Add some trust badges so they feel safe putting in their credit card. And please, please make absolutely sure it all works perfectly on a phone, because that's where most of your customers are shopping. And why is this so critical? Because getting this one part right isn't just a tiny little tweak. The data is clear. An optimized checkout can boost your conversions by as much as 35%. I mean, that is a truly game-changing number for any business. Now, while they're breezing through this super easy checkout you've built, you can add even more value with something called an order bump. It's just a simple one-click offer for a small, related item. Think of it like a helpful suggestion at the register. If they're buying that face mask, why not offer some under-eye patches to go with it? Easy, yes. But look, even with the most perfect checkout in the world, some people are still gonna leave. So does that mean the sale is lost forever? No way, not at all. You actually have a second chance to win them back. And there's a whole playbook for this. The timing here is absolutely critical. Within the first hour, you send a gentle nudge email. Hey, did you forget something? Then, at the 24-hour mark, you send a more helpful reminder. And if they still haven't bought after 72 hours, you send one final email. Create a little urgency. Maybe toss in a small incentive like free shipping to get them over the line. And success. They did it. They made the purchase. But whatever you do, don't close the curtain just yet. The grand finale, what happens after they click that buy button, is an absolute goldmine for revenue and for loyalty that, honestly, most stores just completely ignore. And right here, we need to be really clear about the difference between an order bump and an upsell. Remember, the order bump is that small add-on that happens during checkout. The upsell, that happens after the payment is already complete. It's your big chance to offer a premium, higher cost upgrade to the very thing they just bought. And the real magic here is in the one click. Their payment details are already saved from the first purchase, so you can present this fantastic premium upgrade, and all they have to do is click one single button to accept it. No re-entering credit card numbers, no friction at all. It's just an incredibly powerful way to boost your average order value. Okay, finally, let's talk about the single most wasted piece of real estate in all of e-commerce, the thank you page. Seriously, this page can be so much more than a digital receipt. Yes, confirm their order details, of course, but also give them an estimated delivery time, suggest other products they might love, give them a coupon for their next purchase, ask them to follow you on social media, put that page to work for you. And this is why it's so important to get this right. A great thank you page does two incredibly powerful things for your business. First, it gives them a reason to come back and shop with you again, which boosts retention. And second, it dramatically reduces your support headaches by answering their number one question, which is always, "Where's my stuff?" And there you have it. We've literally walked through the entire customer journey, from that very first click all the way to the final thank you. And we've plugged leaks at every single step. We tightened up the sales page, we smoothed out that checkout, we built a plan to recover lost carts, and we even found new value after the purchase was already complete. So now, the only real question left is for you. When you look at your own store, which leak are you going to plug first? Thanks so much for joining me.